We are at the boat ramp of death, and we have a worm under the bobber. We're gonna get some bait first. So that is the first mission. Just toss this out. There's usually plenty of bait under this boat ramp, so I'm not really too concerned with not being able to get a bait. Hopefully we can get one fast. There's a lot more algae this summer than previous summers. I will say that at this ramp. Usually this water is pretty clear, but right now there is a lot of algae, and that kind of concerns me, although not really. I don't know if that's going to affect if there's bait fish here or not. Really hope not, because I can't really see anything under this algae. All right, that did not immediately get a bluegill hit, which is somewhat concerning, but not really. I'm going to fling this big worm just under a weight, way out there in the main channel, or where it's much deeper, and hopefully we can get a fish out of this, because there's usually a good amount of fish here. I got one. I don't know if it's a bait fish though, but I definitely got one. Oh yeah, nope, it's not a bait fish. It is indeed a smallie. There's a lot of smallies here, but I do need a bait fish, and this does not count as a bait fish. Smallmouth bass. 9 or 10 inch bronzeback, very, very small. I don't know if there's any bigger ones here though. All right, that guy essentially flopped back into the water by himself. Let's try that again. I think there's a lot of fish over here, and hopefully, I hope they're not all bass. However, on this side of the thing, they're usually bass. On the other side, they're usually bluegill, but I can't catch anything on the other side. So we're gonna have to just try on this side again. But I do think a lot of them are actually bass here. Immediate hit after I get back. Is that another smallie? It's another smallmouth. Smallmouth bass, my friends. Smallmouth bass. See you, fish. All right, hopefully there's some gills over here. I mean, I do really, really need a bait. But it does seem like the stuff over here is mainly smallmouth bass. Oh, there's another one. Is that a bass? It's fighting like one. Oh, that's another bronzeback. It's a slightly bigger one, but another bronzeback. That's like 3 bass pretty much immediately. 3 bass immediately, folks. Smallmouth bass. Third bass, see ya. These smallies are really hungry, but I just wonder if there's any bigger ones. But that's the third smallmouth in like 5 minutes. Oh, there's another one. Oh, it popped off. I wonder if there's just anything besides smallies here though. It would be nice if I can actually get a bait fish, because I am definitely hoping for some bluegill here. I'll probably try the other side in a while. Unless there's a giant smallmouth, because I wouldn't mind a giant smallmouth. Oh, there's another one. There you go. Oh yeah, it went airborne. Another airborne. Another smallmouth. They're getting slightly bigger. They're getting slightly bigger. Smallmouth bass. Getting better. This one's like maybe 11 inches. See ya. We've established there's an infinite amount of smallmouth over there. I do actually need a gill before too long, so hopefully I can get one over here. The panfish don't really seem to be here though, unfortunately. Only the smallmouth, which does bug me a little bit, because I definitely need some panfish as bait. Got another one. I think it dragged my thing under the dock, and it's stuck somehow, but I got it out. Great. So my thing's under the dock. There we go. Got it out, and got it out again, and oh, this is a bluegill this time. Nifty. Bluegillish fish. Finally got one. Finally got one. Bluegill. I'll make a good cut and or live bait. I think I'm just gonna use this one as live. Got Mr. Bluegill on a hook. He didn't get deep hooked. Thought he did, but he didn't. I'm gonna just toss him out for a really nice Mr. Flathead to eat him. Because flatheads really do enjoy bluegills. I don't need to toss him very far. It's like 20 feet deep there. And we're gonna hope he picks up a giant flat. Because I have caught a big flat out here before, just like this. I'm hoping today's the same case. And I do think the spawn is over. As you can see, that obviously has a fish. And we're just gonna go over here and ring it in. It's not very big because it hasn't pulled out massive amounts of drag. Probably a freshwater drum, but maybe something bigger. Oh, yeah, it's definitely not a bluegill. Probably a drum or something. Definitely, probably a drum. There we go. Oh, yeah. Yep, it's a freshwater drum like I thought, and it's a decent sized one. Probably like a 2-3 pounder. Freshwater drum. Nice little croaker. Maybe a pound and a half, but it's going back in the water. All right, see you, fish. All right, guys. Nice little drum, but we need more bait, so we're gonna fish off this side. Probably catch a couple more smallies. Hopefully catch a bluegill or two. There's a lot of fish over here on this side. Usually there's some over on this side, but right now it seems like they're all over here. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. All right, got like a couple more baits. It's about dark. I'm gonna fish for a couple more baits, even though we've got a couple. And yeah, as soon as it gets completely dark, oh, there's one. As soon as it gets completely dark, we will go for the big catfish. This one's a nice one because it's small. So therefore, we can actually use it as a small live bait over there. So this one's quite nice. You gotta be willing to stay here a little later than most places because this place generally doesn't really start hitting for catfish until like 10 o'clock or so. So yeah, if you're not in for night fishing, not the place for you unless you want to catch a couple of smallies. Oh, I got a fish after dark. It's small though, small. Ate some worms. That's a smallmouth. That is not a catfish. Look at that, smallmouth bass. It's not bad, but about a 1 pounder, 1.5 maybe. Smallmouth bass. I like that. Maybe last fish before I go in for the day. 1.5 pounder, not bad. Look at that, not bad. Really thin and scrawny smallmouth. 1.5 pounder. I'm just gonna let him go here. See ya. And it's small, and it kind of just waves on off. See ya, smallmouth. Well, just got back home. That last smallmouth was very, very lethargic. It didn't really fight all that much when it was on the hook, and when I let it go, it just kind of like waddled off in the deep end. Most smallmouth, they dart off when I let them go. The water was very warm, not very much oxygen, so it was very lethargic when I caught it. And, you know, those bluegills that I took off the hook and threw back in, they basically just sunk to the bottom. They didn't actually swim away like they usually do. So I'm going to guess like the water didn't have much oxygen in it. There wasn't very much flow at all. A lot of people think when the river's high, there's a lot of flow. Not so much in Lake Wisconsin. When the river's high, it seems to fill to capacity, and the flow in that part of the river, at least at that boat dock, definitely is less than usual. So none of the catfish actually came into that specific dock, probably because of that reason. So there was not even an attempted catfish bite on any of my bluegill baits, and honestly that's the first time that's actually happened in all the time I've gone there. I've never really fished that place when the water was high during the summer though. The last couple of years have been really low for water, but I still had a lot of fun. The smallies were biting. If I went there like an hour earlier, I probably could catch like a dozen more of them. And generally the smallie action is always good there. Sometimes when the water has a little bit more oxygen, there's pike around there. This time there really wasn't, but it was still a lot of fun. And had a good fishing day. So like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. You can watch other videos on my list, or you can just watch that video of this playlist of all my Wisconsin River videos. So I will see you next time on the next fishing adventure.